I think that'll work best. Okay, the stream is live. Have you figured out how to use the GPS yet? Or do you want to figure that out?
It was what? It's
It was
H,
the
show lines on, cruise control, deactivation manual. I mean, it should work, but I don't. I'll just mess around. Even if I don't, like, I know how to do this.
I have a medium amount of hope and confidence that you'll figure it out. Okay. I have less. I'm confident. I'm reasonably confident in my ability to do the GPS. Less so about how to actually operate this machinery.
I mean, this one's not too difficult.
The field's pretty easy. It's just square, right? So, okay, I've already selected canola, so I'll do canola on this field. So we will do the steering assist. Okay, it's working for me.
But this is not showing up on the map that it was.
Why am I not seeing the lanes anymore suddenly? What happened? They went away. There we go. It's not showing on the map that it's not changing?
Yeah, it didn't change on the map.
Then it's either not on or not lowered or
Oh my gosh.
one of the
Yeah, I
two.
forgot to turn it on.
It's okay.
God. I switched straight to work, alright? Like
Okay, I should really do the headlands first here. Kind of not doing this very well. Alright, let's reset and let's do it right the first time. The other way to keep an eye on it is you should be able to see your seed quantity go down slowly.
Yeah, I didn't turn it on, so.
The other cool thing that we don't have like access to yet, I think. What you can do is, oh cool, it stays on. Nice. You can actually pay or buy equipment to analyze a field before you plant, and then it will automatically adjust the seed rate as it's seeding.
Yeah.
based on, you know, like the type of ground. I think our fields we actually have some information on because I've just seen my seed rate change.
Yeah, it does. I've noticed it does change a little.
Yeah, it's based on the type of soil, I think, if I remember correctly. So that was from like a DLC, a free DLC called Enhanced Precision Farming or something, or just Precision Farming. Check this barn. There's like a dinghy in here and stuff. It's kind of cool. So did the Dallas Stars get a new coach yet?
Yeah, they picked up Goldsman. It's a former coach that we used to have.
Oh, okay.
It's a yeah. So Glenn Goltzman.
High hopes or middling hopes or no hope? I guess if he's been there before,
Yeah, he was only there for like 2 years, and team wasn't that great then. Um, but hopefully now he can provide, some better coaching. And
yeah.
he was coaching for the Oilers. He was like, I think the assistant coach.
Oh, this year?
Yeah, for
That's
like actually
ironic.
the past couple of years. So
Nice. He knows your team a little bit then.
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this DLC that's coming out in November. Actually, for this like Highlands farm in Scotland. Sounds really cool. And then fish farming is kind of neat.
Oh yeah, like a
Especially,
fish farm.
yeah, like it sounds like they'll
That'll be
they'll let
cool.
you do like fish farming in like a tank sort of thing, but also actually like fishing off a dock and at sea, I think.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if that just means, getting on a boat and going out to collect nets or something. It's starting to rain, isn't it? My windshield wiper just turned on. Or did I do that? I think I did that. No, it's raining.
Oh.
I don't remember if I had one of the mud mods installed. I don't think so, because there's one where you can actually get stuck in the mud if you're like driving something really
Yeah,
heavy. But I
that
don't
would
think
not
I
be
have
fun.
that turned on. No, and that's I think why I left it off, because it was just ended up being like more hassle. Like it was cool, but it was kind of more hassle than, what you really wanted to deal with. Why would it do it at an angle like this? It doesn't make any sense. But machinery does get nice and dirty in this with the rain.
Oh, I hear some thunder now.
Mm-hmm. God damn it, I missed a spot.
Oh, I missed a few spots.
I missed it because I raised the cedar too early before I finished the lane. I thought I had the timing down right, but I guess I didn't. Yeah, I think the windshield wipers are automatic in the game, I think. And actually, the mod I thought, did I install a mod for auto windshield wipers? But I think the actual mod is a manual wipers mod.
Oh.
Like, if you want to, be in full control of your windshield wipers, which, I don't know. It's not that important to me.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, look, there are mods. Uh, One thing I usually do, I haven't done here now, is I disable automatic engine start so that you don't just press gas and it turns on the engine.
Yeah.
That one I kind of like. That's not even a mod, that's just an option. But there are mods where you actually have to hook up all the hydraulic lines yourself and like couple the, the trailers and stuff. It doesn't just automatically pop on.
No, thank you.
It's like ultra realism kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that about some games though, because like I tend to play a lot of different games, so I don't really ever, with the exception of Flight Sim, that's like where I spend a lot of time. I would definitely do that with Flight Sim. But like if I didn't do Flight Sim, for example, and I treated this the same as I do my Flight Sim stuff, I probably would actually take, 5 minutes every time to hook up all the lines and all the stuff. By the way, this is a ton of seed. It goes down so slow. So we've got a lot of seed in here, which is good. Probably last us a whole nother planting season.
I wish that like the mini map had your progression in it.
That would be nice, yeah. Actually, it's easy on my field because my field has like had stubble on it already.
Yeah.
I think yours, you couldn't really tell. It's hard to see the difference. It's very obvious on mine here, but I thought that there was a way to do that, to be quite honest. I feel like that's something I used to have in FS22. But I'm not positive. But I feel like I used to be able to just... Maybe it was a different camera mode? No. Okay, I'm just about done with this field.
Yeah, I'm just picking up this little spot that I missed here.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Ah, yours looks good. You've got a tiny bit in the bottom right corner, but
Oh, mine says I've got a couple places.
really? I zoomed in as far as I can. I don't see anything except for the bottom right corner.
Oh, that's weird.
It might not be quite synced. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't trust yours.
Let me just see real quick what the proper sequence of events is. Okay. So it says lime, but we can't lime anymore now because we already seeded. We could roll the fields, but it's only like a 2.5% increase in crop yield, so I don't know if that's worth it. We've got one field.
That's gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Let's see, the animals, 100% health. They've got almost 10,000 liters of water and 5,500 liters of food, so I think they're good. We've got one field to seed, and I think that's all the fields we currently need to worry about. In the winter season, we could do some logging because there's not much worth doing in the winter because the fields are just growing. But we might be able to spray them in the next season. We'll see.
missed it? Missed the spot?
That was canola. What was I going to plant? Barley.
I don't know if this corner over here can be... I think it's done. It's just... It's a weird corner.
Okay, it's fine. It's really, it's not gonna make a, it's not gonna make or break it. So we've got another field that we can do, and I don't know what else we should do. I'm trying to think what else we should do. You know, one thing we could do is we could cut some grass, because we can use the grass to make hay. And basically food for the cows. Dusty with the Prime sub.
Yeah. It's not being used for anything else.
Yep. Let's see. Do we have a lawnmower?
Let's check everything.
Mower. Yeah, we should check. That's definitely for sure. We've got that. I don't think we do. I'm looking at our map here of the things we own.
Oh, I figured I'd go to the house.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea.
Like, I'm not seeing any. I don't see a lawnmower over here.
Okay, do you want to, what would you prefer to do? Would you like to seed another field, or do you want to cut some grass or something else entirely?
Grass. I mean, I'll cut some grass.
So we're going to need 3 steps to that. We're going to need a mower to attach to the tractor, of course. Then we are going to need a windrower to basically put all the flat grass into nice little rows, and then we need to bale it. So let me see what, actually let me check what's on sale. Used vehicles, a mulcher, another tractor, a cultivator, and a triple hopper, a really big one. Nice. Okay.
Triple hopper?
Yeah. Okay, so mowers. It's kind of nicest, like it's most efficient to get a mower to put on the front of the tractor and one on the back, so that it, like, you get triple the width kind of thing. It's also the most expensive, of course. But I still think we should just go for it, because that's a good way. We're always going to need to mow stuff. So that is a Kuhn and a Kuhn GMD 8730. Okay, and then what's the difference between a tedder? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, let's get a tedder that will actually turn the grass upside down and turn it into hay. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the windrows. Tedders. Oh man, a baler is so expensive. Oh, screw it. It's an investment, right?
It is an investment.
There are ways to kind of cheat money in this. You can like place government subsidy signs that give you money.
Oh, jeez.
It's a mod, of course, but I mean, I just spent like $200,000 on stuff. So I bought at the shop. There will be two more attachments, one for the front, one for the rear. There will be a tedder, which will flip the grass around to turn it into hay. Then a windrower that'll line it up nicely, and then a baler, which we'll use to actually bale it into square bales of hay. So I'm going to just start working on this the last field here, and you feel free to go and pick up whatever you like to pick up. And by the way, for the grass, as far as what we can mow, we don't really have a grass field right now, but we do have... I should actually check this. We do have some sections of grass, like just around, like literally the grass in front of the field here we can mow. And
Yeah.
I think... Isn't there just some grassland here beside the cows? Yeah, there's some grassland here that we could mow. It's not much, but it should give us some hay. And the next time we harvest, we'll actually then be able to get some hay from that as well. Alright. Why does that field look like it has stuff growing in it? Oh, it just looks like that from a distance, huh?
I'm gonna go get that steel. Is it just a vehicle I can grab, or do I need to?
No, you'll need to take a tractor to attach it.
Of course.
I mean, we could technically buy like a trailer bed or something to bring the stuff over, but that would just be a waste of money. It'll probably be like 4 trips to get all the things.
Grab everything.
Actually, that's one thing we can do. We might be able to buy a field.
Where am I going?
Is there a field of grass somewhere that...
Where are these vehicles at?
At the shop, on the just on the other side of the bridge. Does my tag show up for you too? I don't know.
Oh, I see. I think I see him.
Grass.
Yeah, okay, I see a bunch of crazy stuff.
Okay, field 11 and 84 are just grass fields. 206,000, 117,000. Can't afford that. Can't afford that. $72,000. That might. Field 44. I wonder if we should buy this field. It has nice grass on it. We could just use this as a grass field. It's a little further away, but it's owned by Walter. It's ready to harvest. Instead of like trying to mow tiny little pieces, we could buy this field. I think that's what we should do. It's actually in really good condition. Expected yield potential 112,000. At least that way we would have yeah, I'm gonna do that. Unless you have a major
farm
objection.
truck, I just work here.
All right. Field 44 is now ours, and it's grass, so it's going to be ready to... So you could just take the mower and go there and mow it, and then go back and pick up the tedder. You know, you don't have to bring them all back here first. You could just go from there.
I mean, I'm not taking the tractor on the railroad tracks.
No, it's not DayZ, man.
Just to get there because it's quicker.
It's funny. I could actually just... I'm looking back at the stream right now, and I can still see your little flashing yellow arrow cross the river on a train track. I'm like, yeah, you're definitely not doing that. No, that would be crazy.
Which one's the mower?
The thing that looks like a mower. Actually, here, let me come over.
Oh, the SB 1290.
Visit. Hold on.
Or is it the GMD?
I'm here. It's these guys on the left here. So this guy on the left that I'm standing behind, that goes on the front. So you want to stick your nose in here.
Oh my gosh. And then Edward Scissorhands is not the one I need?
Not yet. I'll tell you, they go in order, basically. So this first one... This one you attach on the front. So that'll mow, you know, what's in front of you. And then this guy with the wings, that you attach to the back, and then that'll expand out to the left and right, so you get a pretty wide working width of stuff that you cut. There's like a button to switch to like the rear hookup thing. You're so crooked.
Yeah.
I wish there would be like, I wish you could do, you could wave like things or something. Little animations would be cool. Keep going, keep going. There you are.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. And just so they all have to be folded, like the little wings will fold down and stuff, right? But, so that's for mowing. That's pretty easy. Yeah. So I'll let you do the field 44.
Oops. Switched off of it.
I didn't even see it. I wasn't there. You're good.
Why is it so far away?
I know. It's the only field we could afford that had grass growing on it. That's basically why. Did I not just... Oh, why is it off? Just did a whole row on a field, and I'm like, why did it not change? It's because I had the seeder down, but I hadn't turned it on. I forget that when you leave your vehicle, it like shuts everything back off to default, basically.
almost feel like I could like fly with these things. This thing.
I know. Actually, mowing grass in this game is quite a bit of fun. Picking it up and actually turning it into something useful is quite a bit of work. But it's really nice to be able to have some bales of either hay or grass, because both of it can be fed to animals. Though
Yeah.
the cows will need hay, so that's why we got to do the extra step of turning the grass into hay before we actually bale it up.
Dang, there's that school bus again.
The school bus driver is not a safe driver.
Okay. Unfold. Lower.
And turn on.
Yeah, I know.
That's mostly a reminder from myself, because that's what I forgot last time. Unfold it, lower it. Why is it not working? Why is it so quiet?
Okay, how do I switch to the front?
There is a button on. There's some button you'll see in the top left. It has the highlighted thing in the front or the back. I don't remember what the button is.
It's highlighted in the back. I'm just trying to figure
Yeah.
out why.
I don't
Oh,
even
it's
remember
G.
how I did mine.
G for G.
The G for G's. That's right. Let's name that button something that people will say out loud when they
You
remember it.
first need to unfold. Yeah, it's unfolded. Oh. We're mowing.
Nice.
We're going so slow.
Oh yeah, that's. It's a flat field though, at least, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's actually showing on the minimap.
Oh, so that shows up. Okay. Yeah, I think harvesting shows up, just not seeding. But like the growth, I think shows. That's why I think there is a setting to change what overlay you get on the map, like whether you want to see the growth or whatever. But I could be wrong.
No, now we're picking up some speed.
We probably don't have the most powerful tractor there either, but mowing should be relatively easy for the tractors because it's not... Plowing, I think, is the roughest.
Yeah. I have to go uphill. It's like yeah, like the hill's going. It's like on the side, like.
Oh, okay. You got to start streaming your side next time.
Yeah, I'll have time to actually like make sure it's all set up and everything next
Nice.
time. My Linus still does not work. Like, I still have to like manually.
Your what?
Like I still have to like manually move it. Or maybe I've got it now.
Sorry, the what isn't working?
That steering assist.
Oh, steering
I think
assist.
I've got it now.
You got it? It takes a little... Once you figure it out...
Because I have to like... You have to like start going and then hold it, right?
Yeah, you have to be on the field to hold it and then activate it, and then you'll start seeing lines on the field, and when you're like close to one, it'll turn from white to orange, which makes it armed, I guess, and then you press the button again to make it active and it'll turn green. And then it'll just follow that as long as it's a green line.
Yeah, I just don't have to steer.
Yeah, it just you still have to give it acceleration, but it just makes it easier to keep the lines, to like avoid the little gaps, and also you don't have to worry about wasting time by like overlapping too much, which is what I tended to do before that. You know, you're like extra cautious to not leave a sliver, so you're being way too generous with the overlap.
Yeah.
The place where that matters the most is when if we're ever spraying fertilizer, because liquid fertilizer, that is, or dry, I guess. Like, it sprays it in a really, really large width, and then it's really hard to see what you've covered, what you haven't. But in FS22, this used to be a mod. Like, you had to download a mod and figure that out. It was not even as user-friendly as this is. And then I guess they integrated it in this version, which was great. And it'll usually give you headlands, like it will give you some circles around the field, which probably with that size field is not necessary because that one's pretty narrow.
Do you use your steering wheel for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
I,
thought.
I mean, I don't use a steering wheel, Dusty. I use my farming sim
Yeah,
control
your
system.
farming sim.
The one that I reviewed for Shack News, the Hori farming simulator control system. I have only configured part of the side stick on the right. I just dropped an image in Discord. I had that all configured in 22, and then somehow that got lost. But I'll need that again when I'm doing any kind of
Oh yeah, that's really
lumber
cool.
work. Yeah, the wheel's not. It's pretty good. Like it's nice for this. It's got the thumbsticks on it. It does have some strange button configurations. Like I have to hold like a trigger and then one of the other buttons to make certain functions work, but it
Yeah.
um, doesn't really tell you that. So my controls in the top left, it'll just say like, hey, what's going on? It'll just say like 2 for an action,
Hmm.
but there'll be like 3 of them that say 2. It's not really 3 of them. The one of them is you have to hold another button and press 2. So it's like a shift 2 kind of thing. But it doesn't know how to represent that, I guess, in the little control display. Otherwise, I really love the little control help menu in the top left because it's really helpful for figuring out and remembering what does what. But with this wheel, it's a little bit wonkier.
Yeah.
But the joystick is actually really good for doing forklift work, like to do the whole, ensure you can properly go up and twist and extend and retract and all the different, I don't even know how many axes there are, I guess 4 axes that you would do with that. So that's very helpful. Oh, dang it. I swear, I thought I just checked. I just checked if the cedar was down, and it looked like it was down, but it wasn't. One mod that I really miss from 22 that I have not yet found an equivalent for is there was one that was called something like auto turn or auto look or something, and I've installed a couple that I thought might do similar things, but they don't. And what it would do is when you were driving and you were making a right turn, it would automatically pan the camera to the right a little bit. Not fully, but just
Uh,
like it would follow your natural vision to the right or the left when you're making turns. I know you can do it with a mouse or whatever, but it just doing it automatically was a really nice feature. But the person has not updated that mod for 25. I wonder if it would just work, or if I could make it work. I should look into that.
How did it miss a couple spots? I wanted to decrease the volume of the machines, and I don't have control over it apparently.
Change the what of the machine?
The volume of the the machines, like.
Oh.
Because I went in, like, I changed the volume of, like, the music in you know, I guess on my side for the actual game, but
Yeah.
it says I don't have access to that.
Well, that's a server setting then?
That's just the settings, game settings. You don't have permissions to change the game settings.
Let me see. Settings. Under server settings, that's just that. Game settings.
I don't know if there's.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not. It didn't let
We're
me.
talking
I
about
figured I could just go.
vehicle volume?
Vehicle volume. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me change it to what, like 70%? Maybe. So you can't change that, only I can? I just changed
No,
it
I
to
can change that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was just gonna say
Yeah, I was just
that
like,
didn't. I
Gabe
was
was
like,
like,
that
why
makes
is
no
it not
sense.
letting? Oh my god, dude.
Why would it sync the audio to you? The other settings I
I
can
don't know.
understand, like, you know, like length of months and stuff like that. That obviously that can only happen in one place. But I'm like, it's like,
It's okay. It was a long work week.
it's okay.
think this will be done in just a moment.
Okay.
Had to go over a couple lines. Which is weird because I was using the steering assist and it still missed things.
Yeah, it's not perfect. There is this other thing. You probably see it in the top right of your screen. It says course play.
Yeah.
That's like a more advanced thing where I have to refamiliarize myself. It's sort of like steering assist but on steroids, where you can really specify paths and stuff like that. And I think you can even set up like complete routes where you could have like an AI worker manage a whole field or drive up to something, get loaded up, and then drive to a different place to deposit, like to drop off
Yeah.
that stuff all automatically, which is really cool. But I don't really want to get into that, but I got to look and see if it can maybe make this... I mean, the steering assist is already pretty helpful. I don't actually mind having to make a few turns. Otherwise, all I'm doing is stepping my foot on the accelerator and leaning back. But with Courseplay, if you run like a big farm, you can have a whole bunch of AI workers that do exciting stuff. Because the AI workers, out of the box, are not that smart. Like, you put them in a vehicle, you go to a field, and it'll just, you know, you turn on the AI worker, and it'll just do what makes sense. Like, if you drive a harvester onto a field with wheat, it's going to harvest that stuff, and it'll just do that. But it's terrible sometimes at getting it all right, especially on fields that are not very uniform. Like, if it's a perfectly rectangular field, it does a pretty good job. But if it's got hills and valleys and dips and lots of corners and stuff, it's not so great.
Okay. I don't think this section is part of it. It didn't pick it up. Okay, now what?
Now, you want to bring the mowers, I guess, to the farm and store them in the barn somewhere.
Okay, fine.
And then you got to get the next item, which is the tedder. And it expands or unfolds or something, and you basically drive it over all the grass, and it'll flip it around. It'll, like, turn it over. It fluffs and dries the grass. You're gonna be a fluffer, Dusty.
Oh, cool. Gonna fluff the grass.
Yep, fluff the grass. So that's the essential step, because if you don't do that, it just stays as grass and it doesn't turn into hay.
I've got a car coming up behind me. Oh, he just like turned off somewhere. It's like, oh, okay, well, fine. Dude ducked into another farm.
That place is to be.
Oh, you go right through that sign. Okay.
They have
I assume that
thankfully
I'm gonna
made
go
the
right through this person.
signs. I think the signs. I thought the signs used to topple over, but then it just became like,
Yep. You just go through the people.
yeah.
Like, I'm not
Not
stopping.
cars though. Not cars. I don't think.
Dude, that car is booking it. I wonder if I can. So then I need the Edward Scissorhands looking
Well,
device.
there's two that I think, in my eyes, look like Edward Scissorhands, but it's the one that's on the outside. Like, I bought them in the order we need to use them. I'm pretty sure. So it'll be the one on the very left when you get there. And I'm hoping to be done with this field here in time to grab the baler and help out with that part.
Oh, I don't want to visit. I didn't mean to visit.
I'll have to see what the weather forecast is for next month, because if it's snow, we may want to try to get this done today. Otherwise, like this month, I mean, by today. Otherwise, we don't have to hurry.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to take the railroad tracks.
Was that a shortcut last time, or?
I mean, it goes straight
Okay.
to the place. It was just.
I wonder what happens if you run into a train.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I don't imagine that
I'm
you'll go
on
through
the way
it.
now. It might be on the way when I'm driving there, so
Yeah.
it'll be behind me.
I can see you on the railroad tracks.
If we lose a tractor, that's why.
They do take damage.
Yeah.
They can be reset, just like in like Roadcraft, where you can just reset them to the farm. But I think they will take damage, and at some point they'll actually stop working properly. Like they'll randomly shut off and stuff like that. But it can be repaired for money, of course, which we don't have that much of left.
So what you're saying is don't wreck it.
Don't hit the train. Or drive in the river. I don't know if you do damage in the river.
So far we're good. No train. Yeah, you just cross the bridge on the train tracks. and then you just take a right. That's
Sounds easy.
yeah. You just have to worry about the train.
Yeah.
So is this another one of those where I need front and back?
No, I think it just goes on the back.
Yeah, this multicolored one.
Yeah, what's it called?
Wow, Edward Scissorhands.
Well, we want to make sure it's the tedder and not the windrower. I'm pretty sure it is. Otherwise, we just end up with silage for grass, which is not the end of the world, but...
Alpen hit? I'm guessing that's the one I need.
What's it called? Alpen
Hit.
Hit?
Yeah. It's got a bunch of, I don't know, prongs. It's red and yellow.
Yeah. That is the tedder.
Okay.
The Puttinger Alpenhit 4.4. It requires only 30 HP and has a working width of 4.4 meters.
Might be able to take the train tracks with this one. Just go back the way I came.
Well, you couldn't do that with the mower?
No. I don't want to try it with the mower. Alright, now the train's going to be head on.
Boy.
I'll let you know how that goes.
Actually, don't. Just don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Okay. Do we get in trouble if I cut through a field?
I don't think so, no. You can cut through other people's fields. You just can't actually do any work on them. Okay. Obviously.
That'll save me a lot of time.
Yeah, this is actually relatively wide open. The farm I played on last time was set in the UK, and it was a really beautiful little map. It wasn't very big. Most of the fields were quite small, which I kind of liked because it meant that I could do lots of things, but it didn't take a huge amount of time to do them all, right? Because like dealing with a big field just takes a long time.
Yeah.
But there were lots of hedges between fields, and those were not actually there was an option. You could go to a shop and there was a thing where you could turn on or off hedge hit detection, so that was kind of handy. So you could just kind of turn that off. I see a train coming.
Well, I'm not on the track.
Okay,
so.
okay. So that was kind of handy because then you could just turn that off and you could drive through the hedges, which was helpful sometimes. But I haven't seen a whole lot of like railings or fences or that on this map. It's fairly open.
I want to make sure this is right, Chalk. I turned on the AI worker.
Don't do that. It'll cost us money.
It cost me money to do it myself? Oh, no. That's a lady. I didn't realize that. There's no... There we go.
Alright, I'm almost done with this field, and then I'll come help out. There we go. Now that I've got the steering assist, it's much better. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Sometimes I have it on. I don't actually use the cruise, but I just use the lines and I just follow them manually. Even that helps because it's pretty easy to follow that one line, but it makes a big difference. And that show I told you about, that Jeremy Clarkson's farm, he bought a tractor, and he was like, it has GPS on it. It can do all this thing. Because this is a kind of a real thing. Like, it'll do GPS and cruise control and stuff, but they couldn't figure that out for a second. They were like, there's so many buttons on this tablet. None of them have names on them. And they were like on the phone with the company, and they were like, yeah, you have to do this thing and that thing, and it just won't work for you. So they were really disappointed.
That's wild, though.
Yeah. Alright. That is this field done.
I guess if you want to get the other thing, then...
Yeah, I'll get the windrower. I'm just gonna park. I know. How did you... You really parked these very poorly. You left like one thing at each of the entrances.
Figure it out, Chuck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna park this outside. Alright. I don't mind where you left the mower, by the way. I was just referring to, I think you left the seeder and the other thing, like, in the barn entrances.
I can't back up with those things. Just take the train tracks.
I'm too much of a chicken because I've been talking smack about you not hitting a train. I don't want to be the one that it happens to. And I won't even be able to deny it because it'll be captured on stream, so I'll just stick to the road. But I will run stop signs.
Oh yeah, no, I do that as well.
This is not Truck Simulator after all. Truck Simulator, I respect the stop signs and stuff.
I guess you really could do like a whole like pretend to do like you're like a farm, like you're doing stuff on Farm Simulator. It's like, oh, I gotta take this to get loaded into a semi, and then like you boot up,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Truck Simulator, do that, and then take it to the airport, and then
And then fly it somewhere. Yeah, I
like,
guess you could. Yeah. This wind, I've never used this particular windrower, so I have actually no idea how this works, so we'll figure that out, I
Is
guess.
there anything I need to pick up after this?
Yeah, the big baler. But that's actually kind of a... That's a fun job. So it does lower and... Okay, so it does the same things. Unfold. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so how do I get from here to Field 44 without driving on the train tracks? Oh, I want to take the ferry. It might take me a little while to get there. Why won't the camera change to the front? Come on.
You gotta quite a trip.
Well, I'm going to try to take the ferry. There's a ferry crossing.
Oh, so you can take the ferry.
You could have taken the ferry. The only thing I told you not to do was to hit a train. Everything else you could do. I say this right as I have gotten into a minor accident with a vehicle. Yeah, the ferry crossing is right here. It takes you pretty much from...
Oh, there's a deer. Yeah, there's a deer in this field.
What does this thing do?
Oh dear, you almost got hit. I just watched a delivery truck hit a deer.
Okay, I guess I do just have to wait for the ferry to come over here. That makes sense.
I think this field is done. It doesn't.
It should have changed color, right?
I mean, it looks like I've done something on the screen.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm just driving onto the ferry.
It doesn't show anything on the map.
No, I don't think you can see... Well, it might show... Let's see. What is it on the
But
map?
like the whole ground looks
Growth,
different.
it's obviously plowed. Yeah. Okay. I mean, if it looks different, then that should be all right. If you get out and look at it, it should say that it's hay.
Oh yeah. I think you can do that.
I assume this ferry is just going on a set schedule and I just have to wait on here until it starts moving.
Yeah, growth harvested.
It may have been faster to drive around than take the ferry, because the ferry seems to be just taking its sweet time. At this rate, you're gonna be back here to pick up the other thing before this ferry starts moving. Just not sure if I'm doing something wrong or what.
Yeah, I don't know.
Start stop engine. Okay, what's the... Why doesn't that work? Why can't I turn off the engine?
I left the other thing there just in case. I don't like. I
Yeah, I saw. Just changed the setting to not automatically start the engine because mostly because I want to see whether or not this will help trigger the ferry because it says to drive on there, to put it in park, turn off the engine, and stay inside the vehicle. But it's just not moving. I guess it's... Oh, I have to... Oh, you have to actually...
Hold on, no!
I don't know if I can stop it.
Stop it!
I can't stop it. I've started it. Sorry.
No!
There was a button I had to press. But at least I now know. I can turn on the
Bring it back.
Oh, it'll come back, don't worry. Automatic engine start, I can turn that back on. Oh, I see.
As soon as I got there.
Yeah, there's no stopping it though. As soon as... Okay, and you actually can't drive the vehicle once the ferry started, so that's how they've set it up so that you can't kind of screw up your ferry thing. Now, let me see. Start ferry. Ferry cannot be started. The barriers must be... Oh, hold on.
Oh, I can start over.
Yeah, you can start it. I just have to get out of the way, I think.
Get out of the way. You have to go through all the way.
Yeah, the barrier has to close, so... Okay, that took me way too long. I had assumed it was going to start on its own at some point. That was dumb of me.
Did it start?
Oh,
it's coming. Yeah, it's coming up.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's moving. Oh, this field is... Where's the field? Over there on the other side of the road. So, you have the baler, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to run through this, and what this thing should do is it should turn that grass or the hay, it should turn it into nice, narrow, like, rows.
So get on, go start it.
Yeah, and then you have to jump over the barrier. Maybe you can do it from inside, I don't know, but I couldn't last time.
Oh. I can just start it while I'm on the ferry. What's fun is I can't, like, you can start the vehicle, but can't go to one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, alright, this windrower works nicely. It makes a nice little row, and then you basically just drive over those rows. The whole benefit of that is that you don't have to, because that, that baler has like a relatively narrow pickup, and so you don't have to do this windrowing step. You could technically just go across every inch of the field. But this way you don't have to. You just have to go across the nice little row that it's going to make. Yeah, this will work nicely. You'll see what I mean as soon as you get here. I see that.
I need your
What's that?
tractor. I said I might need your tractor. I can't go anywhere.
Oh, it's okay. Let me finish this row and we'll switch. It doesn't have enough power.
Yeah.
Is it on? Okay, it's just struggling.
It on, yeah, no,
okay. Okay. Yeah, that's actually pretty let me just move this out of the way here. Oh yeah, that one's gonna struggle. Yeah. I didn't realize the John Deere was actually so tiny. It's quite small. Definitely had the wrong. It should be fine on the windrower because it's not doing much. Do you want to do the windrower or you want to switch tractors?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine for this. This is okay. I don't think you're picking it up, are you?
I mean,
I don't think it's on or something. I still see there should be nothing left behind you, basically, until it poops out a bale.
it should just do it. I turned it on.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, now it's going because my hay percentage is going up.
Your hay percentage? Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so that actually confirmed it that it's hay then. Because it would
Yeah.
say grass if it wasn't, so. And it should start at some point, it'll like start beeping and slowing down or something, and it'll poop out the bale in the back.
Oh, I didn't see it poop out the bale.
I don't think it has yet. It will, once it's full, it will, and then you'll see.
Oh. Oh, there it goes. I see it now. Yeah. There it goes. There's one.
Nice. You may want to switch to the row on your left, because I'm building this one up one more. The other left.
Oh, what's on the left?
This one. Like the tiny one there, it gets bigger in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Wonder if I can attach the tether to the front of this tractor so I can drive them both back.
Maybe.
I don't... Oh yeah. Yes, I can.
There's a hay bale in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I pushed it there with... next time, I don't... Well, we'll see. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the telehandler up here in time before the end of the stream, but I suspect not. We'll just have to grab it next time. But I am taking both the tether, the tether and the windrower back to the farm right now.
Sounds good.
Let's see, can you access this from inside? Oh, you can do it from on the ferry even. No, yeah.
You can do it from inside. I did it from inside.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I had the I sometimes turn those extra controls off, just to hide them from the view, because sometimes it's a long list.
Yeah.
Okay, October and November just looks like just rain, but no snow yet, so we should be able to grab those bales just fine.
Oh, Chuck, that hay bale's causing a traffic jam.
Oops. So the nice thing about having a grass field, you never have to seed anything. It'll just
Does all on its own.
it'll just grow, yeah. Hey, Squire's back for another 3-stream streak. Squire's always comes in right at the end of my streams now. We bought a field that had grass on it. We cut the grass. We flipped the grass. We squished the grass. And now we're baling the grass. And we also seeded 3 fields. One with wheat, one with canola, and one with barley.
It's a busy.
It's busy September. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that bus finally made it around the hay bale.
Did it? Does it? I think they just slowly push it, like very, very slowly. Does this fit through here? I don't think it does. Oh, it's not folded. There we go.
Push this out of the way for them.
Yeah, I would say we pick up the hay bales next time. I'm just putting the tedder and the windrow in the barn. Yeah, I still think we may want to get a... We probably want to get ourselves a different trailer for those balers, for the bales. Do we want a... balers transport? There's actually a really cool trailer you can get that will automatically pick up those bales and store them on the back, but it's $90,000. So we're not getting that. But we probably should get ourselves a cheap trailer. Just a little flatbed trailer. Or do we have... No, we don't. That was road...
An object is blocking the area. No, it's not. Not blocking anything.
Extension, yes. Oh.
Oh, other ships are crossing. Oh my god, hurry up, other ships.
Oh yeah, you have to wait. It's a traffic jam. Okay. Okay, we're officially out of money now.
$20,000 according to...
Yep. How are the cows doing? Cows are doing excellent. They're going to be good.
Oh, I've lost connection to the game.
Oh, that's all right. You know what? It's time anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like your tractor will... It'll be perfectly safe here. Alright, well, I'll end the stream here. Thanks for tuning in, watching. We'll be back next week. We're going to be doing probably some more farming. We've got some work left to be done here to get the hay back to the barn so we can use it. But we will be back next week, Thursday, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Till then, have yourselves a great week, and check out shacknews.com. Till next time.